Hi, this is Nick Palmisano with the Bad News Network. I've only got 7 minutes before I have to catch a flight, so we're gonna make this quick. An evil robot taking over the world news, Facebook has created 2 robots that they designed to talk to each other. After only a few minutes of talking to each other in English, they rapidly switched to another language that they created themselves. Scared shitless, Facebook engineers killed both robots with fire. Roseanne Barr, the comedian that grabbed her crotch and burped while singing the national anthem, accused George Soros of stealing Holocaust victims' money, who dressed up as Hitler in 2009 while baking Jewish gingerbread cookies, and who tweeted the address of George Zimmerman's parents, forcing them to go into hiding, was fired for posting an offensive comment on Twitter. Shockingly, ABC was shocked by her behavior. Many cast members who we hadn't heard from in decades rapidly jumped to Twitter to say, "I had just told my manager to quit, but then we found out that we had been canceled." Sure you did. John Goodman, the series patriarch, had this to say. Whatevs, I'm John fucking Goodman. In Truth is Stranger Than Fiction news, Kim Kardashian met with President Trump, which kicked off a battle of tweets between Candace Owens, Kanye West's political consigliere, and Ben Shapiro. The war kicked off because Shapiro mocked the president's worship of celebrities. Why would he be meeting with Kim Kardashian, he opined. Owens was quick to respond with fire, and this Twitter war escalated to the point where Owens was quoted as saying, "Don't you ever talk down to me again. Ever." At which point, every military veteran, regardless of race, creed, sex, or religious beliefs, rapidly in their own head responded, "Don't you ever talk down to me, ever!" Never show your weakness. In a separate announcement, President Trump and Kim Kardashian have announced their new reality TV series, Prison Rules. Poland pulled a Big Lebowski moment and they said, "This Russian aggression will not stand, man," by offering America $2 billion to set up a permanent military installation there. You know we're gonna do it. Atheis everywhere are buying pierogies at record paces, preparing for the onslaught of dependents that are way hotter than soldiers deserve. In corrupt religious news, Jesse Duplantis has asked his followers to pay for his 4th private jet, proving once again that people are really fucking stupid. When we reached out to Jesus about this story, he replied simply, "If I decide to come back again, I'm doing it just to kick that guy's ass." Satan followed up with, "Fuck, I don't even want that guy. He'll probably take over the place." Jason Seaman, the hero 7th grade teacher that stopped a shooting in a school this week, was honored by the White House. Seaman admitted that he had been bullied his entire life due to his unfortunate name, but that it had provided him with these guns, which were able to stop those guns. We know we're going to hell for this one. Almost there. How late am I going to be? I've got a shot at being only mildly late. 3 boys running a lemonade stand in Denver, Colorado as part of support for an Indonesian boy with Compassion International were shut down by the hard hand of the law today. Police were forced to shut these boys down because they were a mobile vendor without a permit. They were apparently turned in by a nearby adult vendor that was charging 3 times as much for his lemonade, and it was hurting sales. In other news, a child gang in Denver, Colorado beat the crap out of a lemonade salesman, leaving no clues except for Sharpie across his forehead that simply said, "Snitches get stitches." Russian journalist Arkady Babchenko was murdered and then unmurdered in what proved to be an international sting operation against Russian assassins. That sounds like the plot to a bad movie. Western journalists who have never had attempts made on their life and whose idea of a bad day is getting shit from my editor before my first cappuccino were quick to jump on board and let Babchenko know that he was a coward. Babchenko replied with a bunch of angry Russian words that we don't actually understand, but we think roughly translates to, "Are you fucking kidding me?" In Star Wars news, Solo failed brutally, bringing in only $114 million on a $300 million budget. Even worse, in China, where they were expected to double the US domestic take, they only did $11.4 million. That's so low. Who would have thought that a rehash of everybody's favorite Star Wars character done with a completely different actor that looks nothing like that character, combined with a bunch of political statements, would have made for a bad movie? I know I didn't. And that's Nick Palmisano with the Bad News Network. Our news is at least as bad as the news you're already getting, and I am super late for a flight right now. I hope I make it.